2026 is not meant to be a continuation of who you were trying to survive as. It is not another chapter of explaining yourself, justifying your choices, or carrying emotional weight that does not belong to you. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that every new cycle requires a higher standard of awareness. A new year is not powerful by itself. It becomes powerful only when the mind entering it has changed. If you step into 2026 with the same habits, the same emotional patterns, and the same need to be understood by everyone, then time will pass, but growth will not. Many people confuse kindness with self-sacrifice. They believe being good means being agreeable. They believe harmony means avoiding discomfort. But pleasing others often has nothing to do with compassion. It is usually driven by fear. Fear of being disliked, fear of disappointing others, fear of standing alone in your truth. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that fear leaks energy, and energy, once scattered, cannot be used for discipline, focus, or clarity. 2026 demands intention, not reaction, direction, not distraction. This year asks a deeper question. Who deserves access to your time, your mind, and your emotional space? Energy is not unlimited. Every unnecessary explanation drains it. Every forced agreement weakens it. Every boundary you avoid costs you clarity. To protect your energy, you must first accept this truth. Your energy matters more than other people's comfort. This does not make you selfish, it makes you conscious. 2026 is not about becoming harder, it is about becoming clearer. Clear about what you allow, clear about what you tolerate, clear about what you walk away from. Once clarity replaces guilt, your mindset shifts. And when the mindset shifts, your life begins to reorganize itself around strength instead of obligation.
Many people believe they are doing the right thing by constantly adjusting themselves for others. They call it being helpful. They call it being understanding. They call it being a good person. But Master Shi Heng Yi teaches a difficult truth. What you repeatedly tolerate becomes your training. People-pleasing trains the mind to ignore its own limits. You say yes while your body feels resistance. You stay silent while your values feel violated. You smile while resentment quietly grows. This is not generosity. It is self-betrayal practiced daily. Each time you override your inner signal, you weaken self-trust. And without self-trust, discipline collapses. A mind that does not trust itself cannot stand firm under pressure. It hesitates, it seeks approval, it doubts its own direction. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that self-betrayal always leads to inner conflict. On the surface, you appear calm. Inside, you are divided. You replay conversations. You feel drained after interactions. You carry emotions that were never yours to carry. In 2026, this pattern must end. Not through aggression, not through anger, but through grounded refusal. You are allowed to say no without explanation. You are allowed to choose distance without hostility. You are allowed to prioritize alignment over acceptance. People-pleasing keeps peace externally while creating war internally. And internal war destroys focus, clarity, and strength. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that respect begins the moment self-respect becomes visible. Not loud, not defensive, but consistent. When you stop abandoning yourself, others feel it. Some will resist, some will test your boundaries, some will leave. Let them. What remains will be real. 2026 is not for shrinking yourself to fit into expectations that exhaust you. It is for standing firm, calm, centered, and unapologetic. Because the moment you stop betraying yourself, your energy stabilizes, and a stable energy creates an unshakable mindset. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that your energy is your most valuable resource. Not money, not status, not recognition. Energy is what allows you to think clearly, act decisively, and remain calm under pressure. Where your energy goes, your life follows. Most people lose energy not through hard work, but through emotional leakage. They over-explain themselves. They replay conversations in their mind. They carry other people's moods as if they were their own responsibility. This constant emotional output drains the nervous system. You feel tired even when you haven't done much. You feel distracted without knowing why. You feel heavy after certain interactions. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that energy follows attention. If your attention is scattered across expectations, comparisons, and emotional negotiations, your strength becomes fragmented. People who drain your energy are not always toxic. Sometimes they are simply misaligned. But misalignment, when repeated, becomes exhaustion. Protecting your energy does not mean avoiding people. It means becoming selective with access. Not everyone deserves your explanations. Not everyone needs your emotional availability. Not everyone has earned your inner world. In 2026, awareness becomes your shield. Before engaging, ask yourself, does this interaction strengthen me or deplete me? Energy spent unconsciously becomes regret. Energy invested intentionally becomes power. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that a disciplined life requires disciplined energy management. When energy is preserved, clarity sharpens. When clarity sharpens, decisions simplify. You stop reacting out of guilt. You stop giving from emptiness. You stop apologizing for needing space. 2026 is not the year to scatter yourself thin, trying to be everything to everyone. It is the year to move with precision. Because when your energy is protected, your presence becomes stronger. And a strong presence needs fewer words.
Many people believe discipline is about forcing yourself to do more effort, more sacrifice, more endurance. But Master Shi Heng Yi teaches a deeper truth. Discipline without boundaries leads to burnout. Boundaries are not walls, they are instructions for how others engage with you. A person without boundaries is constantly reacting. They answer messages immediately. They absorb emotional tension. They feel responsible for outcomes they do not control. This is not discipline. It is emotional chaos disguised as availability. In 2026, boundaries become a form of training. Each boundary you set teaches your mind self-respect. Each boundary you maintain strengthens inner authority. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that people who benefit from your lack of boundaries will resist your boundaries. This resistance is not a signal to retreat. It is confirmation that the boundary is necessary. You do not need to argue. You do not need to justify. You do not need to defend your limits. A calm boundary speaks louder than explanation. This is what I can do. This is what I will not accept. This is where I stop. Boundaries protect focus. They protect recovery. They protect clarity. Without boundaries, even discipline collapses under constant demand. In 2026, understand this clearly. Your responsibility is not to manage other people's emotions. It is to live in alignment with your values. Boundaries allow you to show up fully where it matters, instead of partially everywhere. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that a person with clear boundaries moves through life with less friction. They are not rushed,
They are not resentful. They are not reactive. They are grounded. And grounded people do not need to please others to feel secure. They protect their energy by protecting their limits. In a world that constantly demands reaction, silence becomes a rare discipline. Most people feel pressured to respond immediately to messages, opinions, emotions, and expectations. They believe silence means weakness, avoidance, or guilt. But Master Shi Heng Yi teaches something different. Silence is not retreat. Silence is control. Every reaction costs energy. Every explanation spends focus. Every unnecessary response leaks strength. When you respond to everything, you allow the world to dictate your inner rhythm. Silence creates space, and space restores clarity. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that not every stimulus deserves a response. Not every question deserves an answer. Not every emotion deserves your attention. Silence is a filter. It protects your nervous system from overload. It prevents emotional contamination. It allows you to observe before engaging. When you pause instead of reacting, you regain authority over your inner state. Silence does not mean suppression, it means choice. You are choosing when to engage instead of being pulled into noise. In 2026, silence becomes a strategic practice. You stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You stop defending boundaries that are already clear. You stop reacting to provocations designed to drain you. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that those who are comfortable with silence are no longer desperate for validation. They do not rush to be seen. They do not rush to be heard. They allow presence to speak for them. Silence sharpens perception. You notice patterns in people. You sense intentions more clearly. You recognize when engagement is unnecessary. And with time, people begin to treat you differently. Not because you demanded respect, but because you stopped leaking energy. In 2026, silence is not emptiness, it is protection. And what you protect, you strengthen. Approval feels harmless. At first, it feels encouraging, comforting, reassuring. But Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that dependence on approval quietly erodes inner strength. When your peace depends on being liked, your behavior becomes controlled by external opinion. You adjust your tone. You soften your truth. You delay decisions until others agree. This is not harmony, it is emotional dependency. Approval becomes a currency, and you begin to trade authenticity for acceptance. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that a disciplined mind does not outsource its worth. Approval is unstable. It shifts with moods, trends, and convenience. Building your life on approval is building on moving ground. In 2026, detachment from approval becomes essential. Detachment does not mean arrogance. It does not mean indifference. It means independence. You act according to values, not applause. You choose alignment over popularity. When approval is removed, many people panic. They feel exposed. They feel uncertain. They feel alone. But this discomfort is a threshold. On the other side of approval dependence is self-trust. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that self-trust stabilizes the mind. When you trust yourself, you no longer seek permission to exist as you are. You speak calmly. You move deliberately. You accept disagreement without collapse. Some people will withdraw when you stop seeking their approval. This is not loss, it is clarification. Those who remain are aligned. In 2026, your task is simple but demanding. Release the need to be liked in order to be free. Because the moment you detach from approval, your energy returns. And with that energy, Discipline strengthens, clarity sharpens, and self-respect becomes visible.
Your emotions are powerful, but power without control becomes destruction. Most people believe emotions must be expressed immediately. They speak when they are angry. They act when they are hurt. They decide when they are afraid. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches the opposite. Emotion is energy, and energy must be mastered. When emotions control you, your life becomes reactive. One comment ruins your day. One disagreement triggers self-doubt. One moment of disrespect pulls you into chaos. This is not strength. This is captivity. Emotional mastery does not mean emotional suppression. It means awareness before expression. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space, discipline is born. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that the disciplined mind learns to pause. You observe the emotion, you name it, you feel it without obeying it. Anger arises, but you do not speak. Fear appears, but you do not retreat. Ego is triggered, but you do not defend. This pause is training. Every time you delay reaction, you strengthen inner authority. In 2026, emotional discipline becomes a survival skill. The world will provoke you. People will test your patience. Situations will challenge your composure. Those who react impulsively will be easy to manipulate. Those who remain calm will remain free. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us, whoever controls your emotions controls your direction. When you master emotional reactions, you stop giving others access to your inner state. Your presence becomes steady. Your decisions become clear. Your energy remains intact. People will notice something different. Not loud confidence, not aggression, but grounded stillness. In 2026, your power is not in how strongly you feel, but in how calmly you respond.
Many people believe discipline is restrictive. They associate it with pressure, limitation, and control. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches the truth. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is liberation. Without discipline, your mind is scattered. You wake up distracted. You move without direction. You exhaust yourself chasing stimulation. Freedom without structure becomes chaos. Discipline creates rhythm. When your days have rhythm, your mind finds stability. You no longer negotiate with resistance. You no longer wait for motivation. You act because alignment has been decided in advance. Master Shi Heng Yi explains that discipline removes unnecessary decisions. You conserve mental energy. You reduce inner conflict. You simplify your life. In 2026, discipline becomes protection. It protects you from overindulgence, from digital noise, from emotional excess, from wasting potential. Discipline is choosing what matters before the world distracts you. It is waking up early not because you feel like it, but because clarity is waiting. It is training the body to strengthen the mind. It is training the mind to remain steady under pressure. Through discipline, you build trust with yourself. Every kept promise strengthens self-respect. Every repeated practice sharpens focus. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that inner freedom comes when the mind is no longer chaotic. You are free not because you do anything you want, but because you are no longer enslaved by impulse. In 2026, discipline becomes your anchor. While others drift, you move with intention. While others react, you remain centered. And slowly, quietly, you become someone others feel but cannot disturb. Many people struggle with boundaries, not because they don't understand them, but because they feel guilty for enforcing them. They confuse kindness with accessibility. They believe being available means being good. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that boundaries are not walls, they are gates. A gate allows conscious entry. A wall reacts from fear. Without boundaries, your time is invaded, your energy is drained, your focus is fractured. And slowly, resentment grows. Resentment is the price of weak boundaries. In 2026, boundary setting becomes a form of self-respect. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that you are responsible for protecting your inner state. No one else will do it for you. Boundaries clarify relationships. They reveal who respects you and who only benefits from your openness. When you set boundaries, some people will resist. They may guilt you, they may question your intentions, they may label you as distant or selfish. This reaction is information. Those who respect boundaries respect you. Those who fight boundaries were feeding on your availability. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that guilt is often the echo of old conditioning. You were taught to prioritize harmony even at the cost of self-neglect. But harmony without self-respect is imbalance. In 2026, you choose clarity over comfort. You say no without explanation. You protect your time without apology. You withdraw attention without hostility. Boundaries do not require aggression, they require consistency. When your boundaries are calm and firm, they become unchallengeable. Over time, people adapt or they leave. Both outcomes bring peace, because in 2026, your energy is no longer negotiable. Energy is invisible, yet it determines everything. Your mood, your focus, your patience, your resilience. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that energy must be protected deliberately every day. Many people treat energy as unlimited. They say yes too often. They over-explain. They over-consume information. They over-engage emotionally. And then they wonder why they feel exhausted without doing much. Energy leaks are subtle. A draining conversation, endless scrolling, unnecessary arguments, unresolved emotional attachments. Each one seems small. Together, they empty you. In 2026, awareness becomes the first layer of protection. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches to observe where energy goes. Who do you feel lighter with? Who leaves you drained? Which activities restore you? Which habits exhaust you? Protection begins with honesty. Protecting energy does not mean isolation. It means intentional engagement. You choose depth over noise, presence over performance, rest over overstimulation. Daily rituals become shields. Silence in the morning, movement for the body, stillness for the mind. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that a calm nervous system is a powerful foundation. When your energy is protected, your reactions soften. You stop rushing. You stop forcing outcomes. You stop proving yourself. Your presence becomes grounded. People feel it, not because you speak louder, but because your energy is contained. In 2026, protecting your energy is not selfish, it is preparation. Because only those who conserve energy have the strength to act when it truly matters. There is a level of strength that cannot be challenged externally. It is not physical dominance, it is not loud confidence, it is not social approval. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that true power is inner unshakability. When your mind is stable, external chaos loses influence. People may criticize you, your center remains intact. Situations may become uncertain, your direction stays clear. To become untouchable does not mean becoming cold or distant. It means becoming rooted. Rooted in values, rooted in discipline, rooted in self-respect. In 2026, this rootedness becomes essential. The world will test attention, patience, and identity. Those without inner structure will be pulled in every direction. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that what disturbs you still controls you. When you train the mind, disturbance becomes information, not command. You no longer chase validation. You no longer fear misunderstanding. You no longer react to provocation. Your nervous system calms. Your decisions simplify. Your presence stabilizes. This inner strength changes how others interact with you. Not because you demand space, but because you embody it. People feel when someone cannot be manipulated emotionally. In 2026, your task is clear. Build a mind that cannot be hijacked. Because when nothing outside can disturb your inside, you move freely and act deliberately. That is untouchable strength.
Every year presents a choice: to continue reacting or to step into authority. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that inner authority begins when you stop outsourcing your life. In 2026, you are no longer living to please. You are no longer waiting for permission. You are no longer explaining your path. You move quietly. You act intentionally. You protect what matters. Inner authority is not rebellion, it is responsibility. You take responsibility for your energy, your time, your reactions, your direction. Master Shi Heng Yi reminds us that discipline creates self-leadership. When you lead yourself, you are no longer easily influenced. You listen, but you decide. You observe, but you choose. You respect others without abandoning yourself. In 2026, this mindset becomes visible. Your words become fewer but stronger. Your actions become slower but precise. Your presence becomes calm but commanding. You stop chasing outcomes, you focus on alignment. You stop reacting to noise, you respond to truth. This is the shift. Not dramatic, not loud, but irreversible. Master Shi Heng Yi teaches that once inner authority is established, life reorganizes around it. People adjust, opportunities align, clarity deepens. 2026 is not about proving yourself, it is about embodying who you already are becoming. And once you step into inner authority, nothing external needs to change for everything to be different.